This dotless flexible LED light by QUIK Strip offers something a little bit different from your usual stick-on LED light. Don't go anywhere because I'm going to show you exactly what it is and just how versatile this LED strip really is. I put together this little demonstration board here to show you just how versatile the QUIK Strip really is. And one of the things that you can get with it is this waterproof transformer. So you can use it outdoors, for example, which adds to all the features and benefits. Now, looking at this, you can see that you've got the connector block at the very start, which comes from the controller. We have a couple of corner pieces, we have a right angle, and a couple of end pieces, which I've just added a couple of connectors onto there just to show you what you can do with these. Now immediately you can see, if I just zoom in on there, just how clear and almost invisible these connectors are. And what's more important is there's no solder. None of these have been soldered together. They are quite literally crimped. And just to show you very quickly here, if I take the end of the tail, now the reason I put these on the end here is so that if you had something like under cabinet lights and you needed to get from one side of a hob to the other side, and you don't want to light up that hob because it's got its own lights, so what you would do is just connect a strip onto the end to continue it around the other side to the other cupboards in a really quick, easy fashion. It's all 24 volt. So there's no mains voltage to worry about, and if I just turn the light on, you can see that the connection is all the way through. And incidentally, they can come in 50-meter rolls, which is great because you can just cut them to length as you want from the back of your van. Just before I get into the connectors, I just wanted to show you that it does actually come with solder points, but these are only every 50 centimeters. But that's a fantastic thing because it aids with your installation process, because it gives you an instant measurement. Similarly with the copper points, which is where you need to cut this to whichever length you need, they are situated every 5 centimeters. So I'm just going to chop this at a random space, and I'm just going to use pair of snips, and we'll just go make sure you go through the middle of the copper. Really is that simple, quick and easy. Now with these you have various different connectors. This one here, you can add your cable to it, so you can add your extra length to it, which is what I did on the end of this one. They also come pre-made with a short length, which you can use for attaching directly to the transformer. These are the corner pieces. Now you can really see just how clear and see-through that really is, and it really is such a simple thing to do. Literally just slide it in, simple as that. And again, it works both ways. And with this side, you'll notice that it does actually have a stop point. Now that is so that when you do have your corners, just find the piece I just dropped on the floor, you can see that it will overlap, creating that completely linear LED right into that corner there. And to affix these down, it couldn't be more simple. Literally just take a set of flat nose pliers and just crimp it. Just push those connectors down, just make sure they're down nice and solid, and it really is that simple. Added to that, if you want to do this corner piece like I have here, if you've got like a third area that needs to be lit up off the same strip, then you take one of these. Again, very similar in principle, and if you can see here, it has a through and a stop, or half stop if you like. Very similar to this one here. But that through, it means that I can take it, let's just chop another piece off rather than making it stupidly long. So with this L piece, you can just simply slide it on and you can place it wherever you need it to go. And it will work in both directions as well. So there you go, you can see I can move it anywhere, and it doesn't have to line up with these copper pieces. If I wanted to, turn it around the other way, and I'll do exactly the same thing again. And it means that the LED light can come out this way. So if I just take the end of it here, just push it into position, and again you can see it becomes absolutely linear with the LED, no gaps whatsoever. So again, all you need to do is take your pliers, crimp it into position, and then just close the back plate. And it really is as simple as that. Now the one thing you do have to make sure of, which is what I didn't do just then, is that because this is DC, you have to make sure that this LED strip is the correct way around, otherwise it'll be out of phase and obviously it won't work. So again, if I take the L piece, push it through, now you'll see on this cable here, on the LED here, there's a positive +24 DC, and on the other side it doesn't actually say very much at all, but every now and again on the copper strips you'll see there is a minus. So you just need to make sure that they line up correctly, because as you'll see, the mistake that I purposely did, this strip here on the left is actually negative, but it's joining onto the positive, so that's wrong. So if I get this the correct way around, you see +24 volt, slide it in there. Again, I love this, how linear that all becomes. Just crimp it in, literally takes seconds, no mess from solder. Clip that into position, and just to test it again, there we go. It really is as quick and as simple as that. You just have to ensure that you don't make that mistake of getting your DC in the incorrect direction. It really is a very, very versatile unit. I mean, I just love it. There are so many applications to it. Use it on your kitchen cupboards, use it in your bathroom, use it on your decking, use it in your bedroom. The imagination you have can take you miles and miles and miles. And I just love the kind of looks you can get, because if it's all flexible, you can just do all sorts of weird and magical, wonderful things with this. So what else can we do with this? Well, does come in various different colors. It comes in all the different color temperatures of the white scale, but it doesn't do color, whereas this COB version does. So I'm just going to grab that, I'm going to disconnect this one and show you how the COB works. This COB light is a little bit different. You can set it to be whatever color or colors that you want it to be. The only disadvantage to this one compared to this one is that the connectors here are obviously too small, so they will not fit with this one. But if I just turn this one on, you'll just see just how spectacular this COB light is. Using the remote control, we can just see straight away it comes on in red, but like you can see, there are so many different types of colours that this will do. And it's not just that. You can make it do really cool, funky things as well. And again, I mean, the imagination of where you can use this is unbelievable. There's so many different things you can do with this. You can dim it down, for example. You can speed up the color changing on it. You can even change the different type of color stances and designs that it will do. It's very, very versatile, and it's just really how your imagination takes you and what you can do with this sort of thing. The controller here is not waterproof, so you just have to make sure that this goes into a waterproof box if you are going to use it outdoors. Well, that's pretty much it from me for this demonstration on this QUIK strip. The only thing I'm going to add to it is that if you do ever make a mistake by getting the LED round the wrong way, it's very easy to remove it. All you need is a very sharp blade, and you can pull the pins out in the back, reverse it and re-crimp it. Very, very simple. And again, no soldering, no mess. Speed up your installation time, and just where your imagination takes you is where you can use this. I mean, the boundaries are infinite. And with that in mind, I'd love to know where you're going to use this, or where have you used it. I'm sure you've got ideas that I haven't even thought of. Please let me know. And I'll put a link in the description box to tell you exactly where you can get this from. And until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.